Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the PACE University Electronic Medical Records and Medical Billing and Coding Certificate Program Information Session webinar. Thank you for being with us this evening at the webinar. My name is Stephanie Plowman. I am the program coordinator for the EMR and MBC program. With me this evening is Nicole Vitale, Assistant Director, Center for Professional Studies at PACE University, and also Dr. Michelle Kahn, one of our instructors. Now, before we pass things over to Dr. Kahn and Nicole to get things started and let you know everything you ever wanted to know about the program and then some, just one housekeeping matter. This system is very, very sensitive, so everybody's audio, but for us as the presenters, is off. We do welcome your questions though, and you will see that there is a questions box in your GoToWebinar toolbar. So should you have any questions, please do feel free to type them in the box and they will pop up on our screen and we will read them aloud and answer those questions. Now we will be opening up the presentation to questions at the end of the session, but if you have any questions as we are moving along, please do feel free to type them. So right now I am going to switch presenters over to Dr. Kahn, and soon we will see her screen and the same slides that we were just looking at right now, and we will get started. So here we go.
All right, let me just get my computer. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
You can. Okay. Just wanted to make sure before I got started. Well, thank you all so much for taking the time to be here with us this evening to learn about these two programs at PACE University, the Electronic Medical Records Program and the Medical Billing and Coding Certificate Program. Let's take a quick look at the topics that we will be covering this evening. We will take a look at the employment outlook for medical billing and coding specialists and the average salary statistics. Healthcare as a career sector continues to show growth. So we're going to take a look at some exciting articles recently found in the news about this. We will take you through the online classroom so you can see what it looks like and the features that are contained within the program. These features include a wide array of study tools so that you can get the most out of your program. The ultimate goal is to prepare you to sit for a certification examination, and our study tools are designed to help you maximize your time and your study efforts so that you can be prepared for the certification examination. We will also share with you some information on how to register for the program and for finding some financing options. According to the Department of Labor's Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment opportunities are on the rise for health information specialists. Over the next 8 to 10 years, the field is expected to grow by 22%. New jobs are being created literally all the time. There's an increased use and actually a government mandate to use electronic medical records. The need for billing and coding specialists is also on the rise. There's continuous growth in the elderly population, and more medical treatments and diagnostic procedures are being performed. The National Health Career Association outlines the benefits of becoming certified in electronic medical records. Being certified provides more job opportunities, an increased pay scale, as well as subject matter expertise. Salaries are also increasing across the board in healthcare. There are two main professional associations that certify medical billing and coding specialists. One of them is the American Academy of Professional Coders, or AAPC. They conduct an annual survey, and the survey results from the 2016 survey shows that it is a very good time to be working on the business side of healthcare. Salary surveys show earning potentials are on the rise, and that the unemployment rate among certified coders continues to go down. This rate is currently at 1.4%. According to AAPC's recent survey, the average salary of an AAPC member last year was almost $53,000. This is a 2% increase in just 1 year. Those who work in a hospital inpatient setting experienced an increase in salary as well. Most members of AAPC are working full-time, and about 75.4% of respondents are working 40 hours per week or more. According to AAPC, almost 75% of the respondents said they work on site, while the rest of them reported working remotely. Some of the average salaries in 2016 by demographic are as follows. The average salary of members in the Pacific region in 2016 was $57,005. Members in the Mid-Atlantic region, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, went from earning an average of $52,219 in 2015 to $53,757 in 2016, which is a 2.9% increase. Members in the Mountain region in 2000 went from $49,978 in 2015 to $51,310 in 2016, which is a 2.7% increase. And finally, members in the New England region experienced a 2.5% increase. In 2016, their salaries went to $53,504. The growth of healthcare jobs can be found in the news. A recent article from USA Today tells us to expect healthcare job gains to continue at least until 2022. It states that millions of healthcare jobs will be created between now and then. Baby boomers will be retiring, and that provides more job opportunities for those still in the workforce. There are also job opportunities for emerging careers and programs of study within healthcare as well. According to The Economist, healthcare jobs are recession-proof. On this graph, the light blue vertical lines show positive growth from year to year for healthcare jobs, while the other industries, which you can see in the dark blue lines, fluctuate from year to year, showing periodic loss in job numbers. Boston University states that regardless of economic trends, healthcare is one of this country's strongest growth industries. This growth is a result of needing more healthcare for the growing number of elderly, as well as our country's focus on healthcare. Since you are here, you may be thinking about making a significant career change. Maybe you're either looking to start with a new profession altogether, or maybe you're already in the field, but looking to change your focus. Let's take a look at what two professionals have to say about these emerging career fields. I will pause here and give you guys time to read through this. All right. Well, now we are going to switch gears a little bit and take a look at what the online classroom looks like. You may or may not have experience taking classes online, but either way, you'll find the online classroom easy to navigate. We'll take a walkthrough so you can see the features of the online class, as well as the tools that are available to you to help you learn. When it's time for your program to begin, you will receive an email that provides you with the website to go to and your login information. It also provides you with contact information for the university and your instructor. Once you receive this email, you are then able to log into your classroom, take a look around, and get started. Once you log in, you will be on the home page of your classroom. In the center, you'll see a description of your program. In this particular screenshot, it's the Medical Billing and Coding Certificate Program. And then when you click on the very first item in your program, which is where we see the Modules button just under the Home button, you will find the majority of the information you will need for your program in the center of your screen. When you click on the very first item within the program, it will take you to an overview presentation. This will be one of the first presentations in your program. You will find throughout your program you will have video presentations with audio, and this is just the first one. It gives you an overview of the program as well as what to expect. Many online programs have lecture notes. However, we offer this dynamic tool that makes learning interesting as well as fun. After the overview presentation, you will find your syllabus, which will provide you with all of the school and classroom policies that you may need to reference. Here are some clips of some items you will find in your syllabus: a textbook list, the grading policy, and the honor code. There is also a week-by-week list of everything that is covered, as well as assignments and tests that need to be completed. On your screen right now, we are showing just a sample of week 1. All participants are expected to create a portfolio of their accomplishments. Since this program is online, we lovingly call it ePortfolio. This is an opportunity to collect some of your best work and show it to either a potential or current employer to showcase what you have accomplished. It will be something to be proud of. There is a video presentation that walks you through the steps of creating an ePortfolio as well as how to share it. This is also a graded item within the program. So once you have watched the overview presentation, reviewed the syllabus and the textbook list, and watched the video on how to set up the ePortfolio, you can then read a biography about your instructor. This will provide you with their contact information, their work experience, their teaching experience, and usually something interesting and special about them. Next, it would be time to jump into your first module. And for the program that we have on the screen, the first module is medical terminology. The first item that you will see is an introduction to the module that provides information on exactly what will be covered within the given modules. Next, you will have a document that explains in detail how to access student resources for the textbook that is utilized within that module. This study material supplements your program learning and can be an extremely valuable tool. These instructions are here to help you download or access any of these supplemental materials. Next, you will find websites that you can review to help you in exploring the module topic. This material is considered bonus study support, and it is here for your benefit. It makes your learning dynamic and also allows you to use powerful, credible websites to help enhance your learning. As opposed to lecture notes, you will have video presentations. You can stop and start the videos and watch them as often as you'd like. This is where you'll want to take notes and listen to what the lecturer has to offer. You will find these presentations throughout your program. They literally cover every area of the program, as well as add a creative and exciting feature that will aid you in learning the material from some industry specialists. You will find a variety of learning tools in the program. This is just one example. These are interactive tools specific to technology security on the screen. Learning several concepts within the program on both programs requires some memorization. So tools like this one are excellent to help you with that retention of the information presented. And again, these are provided throughout your program. So let's take a look at some examples of these learning tools. This is an example of a test your knowledge. These are not graded assignments. These are study tools that they can be utilized as many times as you'd like. Directions are always provided so you know exactly what to do with each of the study tools. Here's another example, and these are flashcards. These will help you learn important terms within the modules, and they will also help with retention as well. One of the great things about the study tools is that they will help you narrow down where additional studies may need to be focused. The program has graded deliverables, and just to restate, the study tools are not graded. Those are there for your benefit, not graded. However, the graded deliverables, those take the form of homework assignments and tests. This is an example of a homework assignment. You submit your assignments right into the instruction area. Your instructor will then receive the assignment, will grade it, and return it to you with feedback. Prior to taking your test, there are practice quizzes. These are not graded and can be taken as many times as you'd like. This is how a completed practice quiz looks. You are given an immediate score, and you will see exactly which questions you answered correctly or incorrectly. This allows you to know exactly which areas to focus those additional studies. When you are ready, you can then take the test. They are all auto-graded multiple choice and true-false. You'll know exactly how you did as soon as you complete the test. Should you need some assistance while navigating the program, there are extremely helpful quick links for technical help as well as frequently asked questions. And as always, you can ask your instructor for assistance. A common question asked is, what topics do these programs cover? For electronic medical records, your modules will consist of U.S. healthcare system, American Reinvestment and Recovery Act and HITECH Act, medical terminology, healthcare computing, health information management technology, and electronic medical records software. For medical billing and coding, every participant completes what we call the standard block of modules. In the standard block, there is medical terminology, anatomy and physiology, disease pathology, diagnostic coding, and procedural coding. Then, depending on the type of certification you would like to prepare for, you will also take an add-on module. Your choices of add-on modules include CPC, COC, CPCP certification preparation through AAPC, as well as CCA and CCS certification through AHEMA. Each certification differs in the workplace setting it prepares you for, and the different certifying agencies also differ in their requirements as well. Here you will see the different websites you can use for the various certifications that are available to see which certification is right for you. I'm going to give you just a moment if you would like to jot these websites down. At the end of your program, you will compile some signature assignments into your e-portfolio that we talked about earlier. When it is complete, you will submit a private URL to your instructor so they can review it and provide you with some feedback. You can also provide this URL to a potential or current employer so they can see your accomplishments. Within your e-portfolio, you could also add things like a letter of intent or a resume or even a biography that lets the current employer or potential employer know a little bit more about yourself. And now I'm going to hand the presentation back over to Stephanie, and we're going to hear from Nicole.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Com. I'm just gonna, all right, show my screen now. Hopefully you can all see it. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right. So now we are going to turn things over to Nicole Vitale at Pace University, who is going to talk about financing and registration and all of that good stuff. So Nicole, whenever you are ready.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and I hope that it's been informative so far. So I wanted to go over the financing options. I'm sure as you were going through this webinar, through this presentation, you were wondering, well, what's the investment? So the total cost of the program is just under $4,000, and that includes all books and materials and access to the online class. So this is the flat fee. But for attending this webinar, you do receive a $200 discount. So that brings the cost down to about $3,700. Now, the most popular financing option for our students is our payment plan. And we have a 7-month installment. So it splits that $3,700 into 7 installments of $542.14. So those would be due once a month. You can go to the next slide. And so there are some other financing options. Another popular financing option is the private loan. So just to quickly go over the pros and cons. So a private loan you do need to apply for. We do have a list of vendors. If that's something that you're interested in, I can send that over to you. You do need to apply for, be approved, and then there is interest that would get applied for to the loan. But you wouldn't be paying this while you're in the program. As opposed to the payment plan, so you would be making those payments while you're in the program, but there is no interest charge and there is no credit check. So you really have to decide which option is best for you. And then lastly, the other option that many students take advantage of is employee sponsorship. So if you work in the healthcare industry or similar area and you think that maybe your employer would pay for this program, you're definitely going to want to speak with your manager and your HR about tuition reimbursement. You can go to the next slide. And then we do have an in-person option as well that will be starting this upcoming fall 2017. We'll have a start date. We're finalizing the schedule, but this will be a 26-week program. It comes out to about $3,400. That also includes all materials. And we'll have some information sessions for this, this program coming up in the next couple of weeks. So if you're interested, just jot down my email, send me an email, I can add you to the list. Now, before we open up to questions, I just want to let you know about next steps. I'll be sending you out an email tomorrow morning with a recording to this webinar, as well as the registration form. If you do decide that you'd like to enroll in the program, all you need to do is fill out the registration form and send it back. If you're using the payment plan, just select that on the form, and we'll send you instructions on how to enroll in the payment plan. You do need to enroll and make your first payment before we can add you to the online class, but that will all be coming to you tomorrow morning, so just keep an eye out for that. And now we'd like to open it up to questions.
Yes, please. So as I mentioned when we first started, if anyone has any questions, please do type them into the questions box on your GoToWebinar toolbar, and they will pop up on my screen. I will read them aloud for either Dr. Com or Nicole to address. So please go right ahead and start typing. We'll give you a minute to do that. Of course, sometimes the best questions are always the ones that you remember to answer after we have logged off for the evening. So if that happens, all is not lost, of course. You can email Nicole at nvitali@pace.edu, and she would be more than happy to assist you. But we'll give everyone a chance to start typing away right now. Okay, here is our first question. How accessible is the instructor in the MBC program?
We are extremely accessible. Your assignments will be graded within 4 days of the submission, and we will also return any communication within 48 hours. All of the instructors are also full-time professionals. So I can only speak for myself as far as I log in every day, pretty much, but some of our other instructors maybe every few days. But we stick close to that 4-day grading deadline and the 48-hour response.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? All right, what is the success rate of passing the coding exam and completing the program?
I'll take this one. So we've actually only had, this program is fairly new. It's just about, probably coming up to 2 years. And so we've only just had a handful of graduates because it's an asynchronous program and it takes 9 months to complete. We've had students completing kind of one-off over the past couple of weeks. And so because they're just new graduates, most of them have not taken the test, so we do not have rates. So offhand, I wouldn't be able to share that information because we don't have it just yet. Dr. Com, I don't know if you can share if you know anything about any students you've worked with directly, just one-off students, if they've spoken to you about this.
Yes, I've had a few of my students actually not only take advantage of externship programs, but have passed the these were CPC students. They passed the CPC exam, and one of the students that took advantage of finding an externship program actually got hired on full-time at the site. So it was a really amazing experience for her.
All right, anyone else? Any further questions? And we'll give you a chance to start typing away. I'm going to put the ladies on the spot now. I do this every time. My apologies for it. But as we're waiting for questions to come in, any final thoughts, Dr. Com or Nicole, that you'd like to share with our participants tonight?
I'll let Nicole go first.
Sure. The only thing I would say is the big choice you need to make is which add-on module you'd like to select. So those are the test prep options. So that may be the only thing that you'll need to do some research on to decide which career path you'd like to take. Now, I will tell you from just speaking with students, for anybody who's new to the healthcare field, the CPC or the is it the CCS, I believe? They're basically the entry-level certification exams. So those are probably the best way to go if you're not sure which one and you're new to the healthcare field. Dr. Com, I don't know if you can add anything to that.
Yes, the CPC and it's the CCA.
Yes, okay. I always switch them.
But definitely, I totally agree. Those are kind of gold standards as far as getting your foot into the door if you're new to coding and billing. The other certifications, they differ in the settings. So that's another thing to kind of look for if you're looking to be more in a physician office setting, if you're looking to be more in an outpatient setting or hospital setting. Those are definitely things that you'll want to look at. And then one of the add-on modules is more on the payer side. It's not on the physician or medical side, but it's more on the payer side. So you would just need to look to see which path is right for you. And there's a tremendous amount of information on both AHIMA's website as well as AAPC's website. And then for those that are interested in the electronic health record specialist, the National Health Career Association has great information on that one as well.
Okay, I don't see that we have any further questions, ladies, so I guess you both answered everybody's questions during the presentation, which is always a good sign. However, as I said, if you have any follow-up questions after we log off for this evening, you can email Nicole at nvitali@pace.edu. But I guess if there are no further questions, we will call it a night. I will thank you all for your interest and your participation this evening, and certainly hope that we see your names on rosters and faces in classrooms, whether they be online or on campus, for our PACE, MBC, and EMR program. Also would like to thank Nicole Vitale at PACE and Dr. Michelle Com for all of the good information you shared this evening. Thank you as always. Ladies, it's always a pleasure. But thanks to all of you and have a wonderful night. And thank you again. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you.